What the hell was that? Was that like a little... I think it was a little kid, but... Something with rabbit ears. Burn it with fire! Yeah, so the moral of the story is you need... If you're young and dumb, you need a big ego. I'm not entirely certain it works when you're older, because I think by the time people reach their, like, late 20s, they start to not be as attracted to that as much, you know, unless they're immature. I know I wouldn't be attracted. Well, would I be? If a girl was a total snob? Yeah, sure, fuck yeah, I'd be. I love snobs. You know, every time, like, there'll be times where some guy will be like, oh, she's a snob, she's totally stuck up, don't talk to her. And I'm like, well, hell yeah, those are bonuses, man. That's what you look for in a girl. Because when a girl is, because the best thing about a stuck-up chick is there's less chance of her cheating on you, because she doesn't talk to guys. Like, if you meet some girl in the bar who's totally open and friendly and she's just all over you, well, chances are she's all over every guy. And, you know, even when you're dating her, she's still going to be friendly to every guy she meets, so, it's going to be pretty easier for her to move on. But if you're dating some totally stuck-up chick, it's awesome, because when you see, like, maybe you go to the bathroom and then you see some guy walk up and hit on her, and you see her just, like, look at him like he's shit and tell him to go fuck himself, and then it's just like, yep, that's my girlfriend. You know? So yeah, personally, I enjoy stuck-up, snobby chicks. And, you know, and sooner or later, they're gonna let that down. They're not gonna always be a snob. And I think snobby chicks are the best in bed too, because in bed they kind of are the opposite way they are in their day-to-day lives. They let go of all that snobbiness. Yeah. So I could be totally making that up. But I'm trying to think of the few really snobby chicks that I dated. Well, that's not true. One was a wildcat in bed, and then there was another one that she was really snobby, and then in bed she was kind of cold too. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of others, but we're talking about years ago, man. And again, I haven't dated that many snobs because, again, they're the most difficult to date. Here's some of you are wondering, well, how do you meet one of these snobby girls? One way, I know one way that worked for someone. My way was just like extreme forwardness and directness. But that can really be seen as total assholeness too, you know, because there are some guys that just walk up to like every girl in the bar just really forward, and then if the girl says no, they move on to the next one, and that's pathetic. I've never done that. I was very forward in that situation I described, but I was only forward with that table that night. You know, I didn't walk. If they had said no, I wouldn't have just kept going. They caught my eye, so I went for them, and if not, that's fine. I would have just danced and had fun. Another method that was described to me was a guy I know. He went up to just this absolute gorgeous snob on the street and just kind of walked up to her, and she's like, who the fuck do you think I am? You think I'm just going to give my number to some stranger on the street and blah, 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 blah? And he goes, well, and then this is the line. Here it comes. Get ready. Write it down. He goes like, well, I'm sorry. I truly apologize. But realistically speaking, I might not ever see you again, and I'm not going to get another chance. Like, I'd much rather not approach you on the street. I'd much rather approach you in a more social setting. But that's, like, when's that going to happen? Do you think we're both going to be attending a wedding next week, or we're both going to be in the same something? You know, like, the chances of us meeting again in those settings are slim to none. So if I don't act on this chance right now, it'll never happen again. And he just kind of explained to her that, well, it's now or never for me, and this isn't the ideal situation, and I apologize for that. But if not now, then when? And she thought about it, and she realized, yeah, he's making a good point, and she gave him her number, and they dated for a while. and he borrowed a bunch of money off her and never paid her back and cheated on her. So he was kind of an ass, but nonetheless, he got the girl, and that's what this is about. Hey guys, this is my son. He's got an LED because it's nighttime, so I keep track of him in case he, wanders off. And there's my dogs here. This is Babao. That's Xiao Mei. Xiao Mei Lai. And we're just going to the downtown area because I got something to pick up. Downtown. Can you say downtown? Yeah, this is downtown. Yeah, it's a sewer. Don't drop things in it.